Exorcist. It's not The Exorcist. It's Exorcist Believer.
Is it?
Yep.
I thought it was
It's
The Exorcist.
it's called Exorcist Believer.
Well, I hate that very much.
Hey everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Hey everyone. It's
Hey, everyone.
Lucas is going to be the one to take the reins here. Usually I just sit back and Brandon, why are we still here?
Well, Lucas, it was a fateful day in 1973. No, we
Well,
are
back
here to talk about this sexy bitch here, Pazuzu,
Pazuzu and
who's
Exorcist Believe
back
trailer.
in
Exorcist
action.
Believer. Anyway, so we're talking about Exorcist Believer trailer. It dropped a week and a half ago or a week ago. It was in front of Oppenheimer, but then they put it online and we
Yeah.
didn't talk about it last week, so we're going to talk about it this week.
Yes.
For those who don't know, the original Exorcist is my personal favorite horror film of all time. It's not because it's a great franchise. It's just Lucas thinks with his emotions, as Brandon tends to say. I was going to a Catholic school and I was 8 years old the first time I saw The Exorcist. And as an 8-year-old child, that's absolutely fucking traumatizing. Even though it was the sci-fi TV edit, that really doesn't make too much of a difference when you're that young. You know what I mean? So to this day, told Brandon last week, there's not one scary movie that when I take it off the shelf, I get that same uneasiness, a little dreadful. I'm like, oh, there's that one scene, where I just kind of turn away for a split second. No movie does that. The
A
Exorcist
tingle
still
in your balls.
exactly pleasurable and scary. That's
Yes.
what I like out of out of my life. But I love it. So I watched the trailer. Like, what do I always say, Brandon? More than 5, less than 10, so probably about 20. And I really didn't like it. I complained about it. It's grown on me a little bit. I don't think it's as bad as I thought. Comparing it to movies like The Last Exorcism, for example. One thing I want to say that I have warmed up on like really hard was I thought having two girls was really stupid. But when you said that, setting this up as like a missing persons case at the beginning and then it's like an exorcist, I'm like, that is so fucking unique that Brandon, you're right. I have to give credit where credit is due.
Agreed.
I liked it a little bit more as it went on when they're like, oh, we were in the forest for a few hours. No, honey, you were gone for a couple of days. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like, I guess it kind of shows that descent into it. However, my absolutely insane moment that made me just roll my eyes really hard, Brandon.
Let me guess. Her walking into the church. The girl walking into the church, and then everybody looks at her, and then she starts saying, like, the body and the blood.
Yep.
The body and the blood.
That was the first one. I'm like, this sucks because it's supposed to be reminiscent of Reagan walking in and saying, you're all going to die down there or whatever from the first movie. That I didn't like. And
so,
well, when she walks in and then pisses on the floor, like when she's becoming possessed,
it reminds me of Resident Evil. You're all going to die down there. The Red Queen from the first movie.
So, the second part that made me roll my eyes was when they're sitting back to back and their hearts are beating in unison and they go chip, chop, chip, chop, and then they're beating together. I thought that was really fucking stupid. Other than that, I have warmed up on this trailer quite a bit.
Yes.
I really like the design of the one girl where her hair is like kind of ripped out in the front and then she's got the upside down cross. I like that they didn't go full on Reagan. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like the design. There's not too much to say about it. Ellen Burstyn appears to be the actual exorcist of this movie. There's like no priest in this as far as I can see. So I don't know how I feel about that.
And Lucas did not like Ellen Burstyn appearing, and
it felt kind of shoehorned for me. I'm telling you, after since H18 with Jamie Lee, and then they did the same thing with Texas Chainsaw, and now they're doing it with this, and it's just like the member berries. Remember that?
I defended her. There was two big things I said about this trailer, and that was Lucas took the one from me, which was I said it's a missing persons case. Whoever would have thought about that? That is so
that is very
incredibly unique. And number two, the moment where Ellen Burstyn says we've met before actually gave me chills.
Wait a minute. When she burst in and says,
yes,
we've met before.
Yes. But then I was like, I don't like the part where,
and then in the same,
looks up and goes, mother.
See,
I do like that.
I do like that part. Yes, I do.
Doesn't make any sense. It's not like she's talking to Reagan.
Well,
why would Pazuzu call her mother?
Well, to channel back to when I don't know, he possessed Reagan.
Stop! It's burning! It's burning!
Do something, doctor, please help her.
Remember the part when she's going back and forth in the bed and goes, and then her eyes turn for the first time? That's what it makes me think of. So I didn't think it was bad whatsoever. It's the same. Shut up. It's the same thing with Karis's mother, you know, but she took the full form of him the first time, and there was the other time where she just used the voice where she's like, "Oh, Dimmy, please help me, Dimmy," and he's like, "Oh, fuck you," and slaps her or whatever. So
tell me that this would not have been cooler. That she's like seizuring and her eyes are rolling in the back of her head, and you know, Ellen Burstyn walks in and goes, "We've met before," and stops, and the eyes turn and goes, "Chris." Something like that, but in the demon voice. Like that, I think would be so much cooler.
I could take it either or. I don't see your point on that one, but this is why we do these kind of videos, everybody.
Because that's who she is. She's Chris. She's not mother in that situation. It just seems so strange to me. It ruined the moment.
Brandon, for everybody, this is Brandon's semantic moment. He takes his grammar and situational context very seriously.
That one's different because it just doesn't make sense to me.
Situational context very seriously. Anyway, that was pretty much all the trailer really showed. We did a like prediction video. Brandon mostly helmed the whole thing, and we were wrong
very
halfway. But go check that out because it's really, really funny, and it seems to be funny. Like an alternate version of what this trailer would have been, because everything leading up to this movie said it was a boy that was getting possessed.
Yeah.
So what the fuck happened to that?
I don't know. I knew it was an African American family, and it was supposed to be a boy.
So I'm assuming that like that guy who's like he's like a cop or detective or homicide, something, missing persons case, whoever he is, the guy that seems to be the father of. That is the father of the one chick that's possessed. I don't know. I have no idea. The trailer was dropped at some convention a few months ago when it was like detailed online. Okay, that's what it was. And then when I read it, it was like beat for beat what the trailer was. So people have seen it already. I'm surprised it wasn't leaked.
They did the same thing with the H18 trailer. It drops at CinemaCon. If people don't know, CinemaCon is a convention for theater owners. And they go there to see if they want to take on this movie for their theater. And the pitch is the trailer.
That's badass.
Yes. So there tends to be like press that will go to them, and they are not allowed to record or anything, but they can make notes about what they saw. So yeah. And the H18 trailer, like you will never see the trailer from CinemaCon ever. They will always change it a little bit. Like that is an exclusive trailer that
I could imagine
to the public. But it can be pretty close. But yeah, I think it looks okay. Slightly on the fence about it.
Yes, I'm still on the fence. So I mean, I don't want this to seem like I watched the trailer 10 times and I'm a convert. But it was just something that you had said last week about it when you said, what did you fucking expect? Was it really the imagery, or was it this amazing story of the priest that you liked when you were a kid? Shut up, Lucas. This is a 2023 movie. Watch this as a 2023 movie. And then when
I would have
lifted the veil, so to speak.
And what Lucas said was that he's like, I don't know, I wanted it to be more like the original. And I was like, it's 2023, it's never going to be like the original. What did you expect? And then he sends me like some like article where it goes and says that the reason that the first movie is so good is
it was a comment on one of the trailers.
That's right, because it's a
a story about Karis losing his faith, blah blah blah, all the
Yes,
stuff with the priests,
all
and
about Karis.
how the movie moves
You
at a
know,
snail's pace. It's very dry. It's very documentary style. It's the original was filmed chronologically. It's you can't catch lightning in a bottle, guys. I guess
there's
is
a
what I'm
name
saying.
for it, a something of faith, where it means that a crisis of faith. So that's what I was saying. Like it's a crisis of faith. That's why the first one is so good. It has nothing to do with Pazuzu or
Well, it
the
does, but obviously.
exorcism or the possession or any of this stuff. And I took one look at that and I said, Lucas, what has stuck with you all these years? Was it the fact that Karis is losing his religion, or is it the fact that you have a girl that is possessed, who levitates from the bed, whose head turns 360 around, who says your mother sucks cocks in hell, Carrot, all that kind of stuff? That's the stuff that sticks with you. It's
That is what horrified me as a young boy.
Exactly.
When
It's
I
not
was
like
a
you're
little
like,
boy.
I am so scared. This man, will he ever get his religion back? Like,
I got him so scared for his psyche.
that's what you enjoy as an adult once you get past the spectacle. But the spectacle is always what draws you in.
So this was the moment where I said, okay, I went from hating the trailer to like being kind of excited.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we've seen 10,000 possession movies.
That's what I mean.
It looks came out. That was the first.
It looks more than serviceable. The only exorcism movie that has come close to not horror, but enjoyment for me is Emily Rose, because that movie is presented as like a courtroom drama case. So like you kind of get both sides of it. It's interesting. But doesn't have the same impact. It's nowhere near the same movie. None of them do it. None of them. The closest thing you get to the original Exorcist, and I'm not even saying this to be funny, is the parody in Scary Movie 2.
Fuck this.
Nothing's even good. It just sucks.
Some of that is creepy, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Trying. That's why I love that first movie, and it's untouchable. And it's not the same as like Michael Myers. That's what I mean. Like I'm just talking about The Exorcist as a whole, not Scary Movie 2.
I see.
Yeah, because even as a kid, when I would watch Scary Movie 2, the beginning would still slightly fucking creep me out, regardless if James Woods is shitting, on the toilet or not.
Yeah,
if I tickle my asshole right before I release the Dog of War.
James Woods, that was the first thing I ever saw James Woods in. Andy Richter, and then Natasha Lyonne as Reagan. I don't know if they even say that that's her name, but
sometimes you have to give him candy. God, I love that.
And it's like, Father. It's like he's on the
Father.
This isn't a part of the ritual.
Yeah, I was like, who is this person? This person is terrifying me, even though it's supposed to be funny. And little did I know it was Natasha Lyonne that I had seen in American Pie and American Pie 2 like 500 times.
Very funny.
Orange is the New Black. She's
using the original tongue from the original Exorcist.
Did they?
Yeah, it's on the behind the scenes of the DVD.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not even just from the same mold. It's the exact same one.
So I watched this special features when I was like 10 when I got the disc. So it probably is the screen use mold or something, or like molded by the same. I didn't know the terminology when I was a kid. Now that you mention it, I'll pop in the Blu-ray. I'll check it out. But yeah,
that'd be nasty and very unsanitary.
Now that you mention it. Yes. So it does come out in October, everybody. We will be doing an entire franchise ranking. We'll do a spoiler, non-spoiler, short. We might end up seeing it together. We might not. All I know is it is in Dolby, so I will be seeing it in Dolby. Can't wait. Is there anything else you want to say about it, or have we kind of touched all our possessed bases here?
That's it. I am not super excited, because not that I shouldn't be, or that I'm not on some deep level, but I'm not super excited just because it means so much work that's on the horizon with The Exorcist and Friday the 13th. And
I have
there's
like
gonna be something
I still have like
else. I can
4 more
guarantee
Friday the
it.
13th movies to finish. 3 or 4 more.
You know
Fuck
what's good about
yeah.
Friday the 13th, though? It's a
What's that?
TV series, so it would not be part of the ranking.
Oh,
So
thank
we can
God.
actually get that ranking filmed before
You know what?
it
I'm gonna.
goes out.
It's August for. It's August 1st. Everybody, as we film this, mid August is like the kickoff for Halloween. We have like 2 more weeks, Brandon, of like normality.
Yes.
Oh boy, the spirits are popping up. Everybody, they're starting to furnish them.
Today is essentially Christmas for Halloween fans, because today is the first day that most Spirit Halloweens are open.
I love that shirt. Tickle, tickle, tickle. That's how you exorcise the demon. You just gotta tickle them out.
Exorcise the demons. What's that from? I think Ace Ventura.
Hmm.
I know it's Jim
You
Carrey.
think? Okay.
I think about that every single time. I saw Ace Ventura before I saw The Exorcist, of course. So
You know what? Me too.
you should know.
I would disappoint you by telling you I haven't watched Ace Ventura in probably like 20 years.
Me neither.
Go fuck yourself.
Lucas
yeah.
is a bad woman.
Yeah, that's
All
very
right.
true.
Everybody, what did you first up, did you see the trailer? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Comment below and let us know. Do you like possession movies? I don't. I don't at all. I like
They
The
have to be
Exorcist.
good because they're generally not.
They're all
always
use The
so
Exorcist as a
bad.
blueprint.
Exactly. And it's so unoriginal. And the last movie that I saw with Exorcist in the title was Pope's Exorcist. Check out my short.
Yeah.
That movie is so fucking bad. So we have a few more minutes before Brandon has to skedaddle, and we have been scarily on target in this video. So I have just a moment to say this because I didn't remember the line like verbatim, but this is like loosely what it is. When the demon is like the little child is talking to Russell Crowe, he was like something about like fucking, he's like, you are going to fuck in the ass and you will be ashamed when you come on release. And it was just like the most disgusting thing to say for the sake of being disgusting, that it just completely shows why the original Exorcist is as good as it is and why none of these movies ever even is imitation really the most sincerest form of flattery?
No.
The last exorcism movie I watched, it was probably, I don't even remember what the hell it was called, but I bought it at Disc Replay on like a whim for like 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
The opening was kind of creepy. I literally shut the movie off and never watched it again.
To go back to something that you said in conclusion here, when the Pope's Exorcist came out, you said that the only good possession movie you saw was Evil Dead Rise.
Of recent times, yeah, I guess.
No, because you saw Evil Dead Rise and you saw the Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah, oh god, it was my double feature.
Yes, and
I forgot
like,
that I saw them on the same day.
You said that was the only good possession movie you saw that day, and so I will use that in conclusion here that the Evil Dead movies, definitely they're the only thing that comes like the closest to being effective.
I will give you that. I will definitely give you that. And good on you for remembering that phrase while reviewing the Pope's Exorcist, because that is just like the most perfect way to close out this video. Because I was slightly excited for the Pope's. I don't even know why.
The Pope's Exorcist. It's an
when
inside joke.
When I told her about that, she goes, what are you talking about? She like didn't even remember the name of the movie after she said she wanted to see this movie.
Oh my god. That's so annoying. I brought it up again to her and she's like, yes, honey, how is it, honey? Have you seen it? And I was like, no, Lucas saw it. He said it was terrible. Anyway, have you seen the trailer out there? If you have, what did you think about it? Are you
What do you think,
excited?
everybody out there in TV land?
Are you excited for The Exorcist Deceiver, which is the sequel to this that comes out next year? And then the third one, which is probably going to be like The Exorcist Retriever or
Retriever.
There's a
No,
baby.
Exorcist Retriever. Reagan goes to hell.
Bye, everybody.